Let's get each other's info because then I want you to see the link. Like, holy shit, he just so happened to be in Vegas. This is a DC initiative. It's here, just put me in Mike Johns. I'm going to go to Mike Johns.
Yeah, I just popped by here for 5 minutes this morning.
And then let me know when you're ready.
Ready?
323-836-4630.
323-836-4630. Okay.
And then what I'm doing right now is forwarding you.
Called Digital Mind State.
So right here, this is who I'm meeting Monday for UNLV, who will be putting together the program for Future of Work.
Give it to me again. 323. I'm sorry.
836-4630.
Hold on. I gotta get all the numbers. Okay.
323. 836.
Okay. 4630.
4630.
Okay. You got an email?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Mike Johns, JOHNS, at digitalmindstate.com. I want to make sure that this information is forwarded to you.
Okay.
I need, under Frank and under Cap, need to make sure that we get access to your bio. I'd love to know all what you've done. So Health IT is the government, and one of their initiatives, and I want to send you this link so that you can read it when you get home in your own zone and be like, okay, 80 million, the money's going to dry up. We need more money, and we've collected data, and they don't want to be there. I know the internal, you collect data, and then what do you do with the data? Right? We know, hey, we got to collect data. Now we don't know what to do with it. Who's here to interpret the data? Who's here to read this stuff? That's really what's happening, right? In government all the time. And
That's a huge source of revenue now, selling
data. But then on top of that, it's black and brown where, hey, we did our, but we didn't do anything else.
Yeah.
We collected the data. I think it's sitting over there. I don't know what to do. Nobody told us what to do. And so that's why they're working right now to get another 80 million. But the program is really focused on creating new black doctors within the HBCU sector and beyond, so that we can go from disinformation to information. And so hearing what you're doing right now is very interesting, to the point that it's something that we need to talk about for our Congressional Black Caucus event, and then CES 24. So I'm already CES 24. I'm already working on that now. While I'm here, we'll be working on NAB 24. So while we're here, I want you guys to see the power of NAB. Like, you got to really be seeing that, because it's here in your own backyard, and the lack of black folks. For every one black folks, there's probably 300 whites, and it's 80,000, 70,000.
The black media, because they had a conference here, and it's just all black people who were in
Media.
Yeah.
Put together by who?
I don't know, but they had a conference.
I like how you said that. I don't know. Everybody knows NAB. So.
But it was huge.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Huge.
I don't know. Yeah. But the big play is that NAB is definitely onboarding more. They really want more blacks to get involved, be a part of their association, which is the power, right? Hulu, Netflix, all the big boys are there. So that's that. So I definitely, you just sent me a text, so I want to make sure that you have the contact.
Is it Digital Mind State or Digital Mind Set?
State,
Oh,
like State of America.
Change that.
Let me say Roz. Yeah, that's big. Are you on LinkedIn or anything?
Yes, I'm on LinkedIn.
Put Health Vegas. And so with you, Frank, the big play, if you are interested in taking the podcast game serious, and now you're filming here, audio quality, former NFL now gets into the podcast game. And there's a story that can be told with you just getting into the podcast game on top of owning the cannabis business. And everything is that we live and thrive in the attention economy. So there, and how that works is through storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're in NFL to cannabis to now creating a podcast arm where you're now creating certain shows, Vegas to the World themed podcast shows that will be distributed on all major streaming platforms as well as your own. So I do like where you were originally going with this. We just got to put some touches to it so that it's sustainable. It's sustainable because this type of content that we would be producing, Cap, has to be on iHeart because then it's quantifiable. When it's over there, we got guaranteed advertising. And now you'll be able to say, in a freemium-like model, you can advertise on iHeart at this rate, or you can come over here and advertise on our website, which is up and coming, and I'll give it to you at this rate. So your ad will hit both sides. It'll hit the mainstream of what they want and then also support this new station. This new station is going to win based upon the content that creates that learning curve of go to the first web browser related radio station, because this is not an FCC thing, right? So now I got to get into the habit of going there, and the habit of going there will be, hey man, Gucci Man just did an exclusive. Kendrick Lamar was on it. Have you heard about that? No, what is that? Yeah, man, Kendrick just did a whole, Whack 100 was a special guest, and they did something exclusive on this new station. What is that? NWCLV.FM. Now, we might need to slow that down because everything operates on syllables. If you didn't learn anything from Donald Trump, it's fake news. Fake news from that one simple word. Sarah's real name, you couldn't even pronounce it. I know I can't, so it's just Sarah B. There it is, easy to remember.
Right.
She's from the Czech Republic. Sarah.
Go get her, Ron.
Yeah.
I don't think she's in the restroom. I think she's in the other room on her computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's like having certain names where you all you want is to be at one syllable. So that's why the beat, it's just the beat. Hot 97, one syllable. So I know NW, N in the just the word W is a problem, right? So what I was attracted to was the word Worldwide Cannabis Connection. I think that that's interesting, but probably that could be tightened up. Under my iHeart umbrella, so what Bob Pittman did, if you go to MikeJohns.ca, I'm in the meetings where iHeartRadio and Live Nation are merging because they're going bankrupt. You'll see
Who's Live Nation?
Live Nation.
Is that Rock Nation?
Live Nation. Live Nation is bigger than Rock Nation. Live Nation is all your concerts.
Okay.
90% of all concerts in America go through Live Nation.
Okay.
Yeah. So the parent company to Live Nation, just you type in MikeJohns.ceo, the parent company to Live Nation is Liberty Media. Liberty Media owns iHeartRadio, owns them. I was saying how I gave the nickname Sarah B, and you'll see how easy it is. Is that easy for you guys to remember? Cap?
Yep. Sarah B.
Frank, that's easy to remember? Yep. Sarah B. One
Wasn't there a grocery something with some food or something called Sarah B. Grits or Sarah B.
Sarah Lee.
Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee.
I knew it was Sarah something.
Sarah, yep. So,
Sophia Blanda. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't say it at the beginning.
Sophia Blanda.
Sarah Sophia Blanda.
so that you'd be like, huh, okay, Sarah Lee.
Yeah,
Just
that's why I
easy
said
to go-
just
yeah.
Sarah and that was
And it just works. So it's that fact of the station letters is where we need to just simplify that.
Yeah.
So it's a quick phrase.
Right.
If you look at all the stations under iHeartRadio, if you go scroll down to the pictures, I'll show you real quick. Under the pictures, all the stations will have just pretty much be the same thing. That's the whole. Oh, and before that, you know, and he also owns Terry Bradshaw, because that's.
He owns Terry Bradshaw?
Yeah, he owns Terry Bradshaw, the whole Fox Sports. He owns Fox Sports as well. But he
What's his name?
Timon, I can't pronounce the last name. He's from Australia.
Okay.
But he's back and forth with New
So
York.
that means he's a supporter of Howie Long's then, because Howie been on Fox since day one.
All of them report.
And I played with Howie.
Yeah, you see how. Wait, because you got all the big dogs here. It's at this same dinner with Kathy Hughes that Howie Long is there.
Oh, yeah, I know Kathy.
But yeah, you played with Howie Long?
Oh, yeah. We came in the same year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit, yeah, here. They go Terry right there.
Mm-hmm.
And they go Jimmy Johnson. You see Jimmy, Terry, and that's me and Michael Strahan talking right there. But Howie is, I got other photos where Howie's in there. Howie still look good.
He do. He taking
look
care of
good.
himself.
Taking care, as a white person, I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
he's still, his skin.
Same
everything.
haircut, yeah.
Same haircut.
He ain't gained no weight like Bradshaw. He drink too
Yeah.
much. I can tell you. They can look at him and see that.
Yeah,
But he don't
Bradshaw-
care. He don't have to care.
He don't have to care.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Bradshaw
He not in
is,
there.
yeah, Bradshaw is just America's guy.
Yeah.
He can talk shit.
Yeah.
He's in that same pedigree as John Madden. Yeah, he's in that category. John Madden on national TV, Sarah be like, yeah, Thanksgiving Day, you just put your hand on the turkey. Like, remember?
Yeah.
He don't even cut the turkey. Usually they'd be like, use
Yep.
the knife and
But
cut
that
the
would
turkey
be
in
right.
formalities. He literally was like on national TV, just put his hand like. That's not how Americans do it. So they was.
But that is exactly how they do it. He's a legend. He could do that.
He could
And
do
if
it.
it wasn't, everybody then did it.
Then did it right.
That's
right.
right.
That's true. That's
Can I
true.
have the turkey with the 5 legs? I don't want the regular turkey. I want the one like John Madden had.
Yeah, that's it. So what I'd let her do, and Kat, while we're together, is and revisit back with you. You're a part of this. Is 2 things that's happening in God's order. One, your walk. I want to team you up with a couple of key ladies. So the whole sustainability, diabetes, that's big. Whole Foods need to know about you. Johnson & Johnson. So Benji is my guy at Johnson & Johnson. They have a serious initiative around that, right? Because type 2 would report to Johnson & Johnson, so they want to cash in, big pharma play. But you can be in the control, you can still control that to say, we know who big pharma is, but if we can impact using their dollars for the best that we can, let's do that. So I'd love to revisit. For you, it's using, we got a couple of things that's awesome. One, the least of them, Cap, is the fact that the Super Bowl will be here next year. So when we talk about football and other podcasts, that's going to be the easy stuff. We'll do that. That'll be fun. The big thing that I'm focused on, I'm going to walk around, is just like Charlemagne the God got green light to create a podcast network that focused on the black community. I look at with you this case of headlines. The same way headlines was like Newport dealer, first Benz dealer to accept cryptocurrency, made headlines and then brought him new business because he was first to do it. There's not one NFL player, especially on the legendary side such as you, that is in cannabis and podcasts. There could be those that are in cannabis, but how many football players played baseball?
2.
You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Football and cannabis and podcasts is a part of today's culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of today's future of work. It's a part of, I saw in the vision, cannabis will be creating new jobs so I created new bud tenders. Then I also extended that by creating content, which always goes hand in hand in the best city on earth, right? So then we play into Las Vegas and the mayor and all that good stuff and the comradeship here. But that's a story in which people may want to see what you got coming down the pipeline. And so I could look at it two ways. One, definitely that on the black hand side, or black hand side and diversity and inclusion. So former football player creates content, and in there, much like one of the things veterans suffer from is PSD, right? So the military wants to combat that, or how do we address that? So now the fact that you're now doing podcasting and now you're creating shows after the game, then what? That's serious.
And he's growing a
And you're
shitload of weed.
Right.
This is his place. Is that
So building off of the
amazing?
cannabis, is that's here in Vegas?
Yeah, it's
That's
up
in
the
Vegas.
street. Yeah.
So the fact that you're doing the cannabis and then seeding cannabis into creating content, that's a story that gets attention. And now where do I get access to this Allen Media guy? Right? Where do I get access to this Byron Allen? This Byron Allen is Frank. Well, you can find me here, right? And so that's where we take advantage of the lion, getting your head out the lion's mouth. The lion's mouth is the fact that you got to play ball with Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon. You have to play ball. That's where the data is. Getting your head out the lion's mouth is to say that I can do that. And what I liked best was the fact that you had already thought of your own station. You had already told me that your story as far as the content play and the marketing that's necessary. So we can bridge both of those worlds. And now it's all about the content itself that will make me go here. If you have something, Whack 100 did an exclusive, we pay Whack 100, give him $3,000 and tell a story that you can only get here first. Now I'm going to go here. Your diabetes things that you may be doing there. You got some health programs. That's content. That's exclusive already. Yeah, I may go to YouTube. That's where everybody's conditioned. No. Mine for Las Vegas. You got to go here. Now let that start talking. Oh yeah, I tune into Roz's show each Wednesday because she's cooking up some new greens and showing me how to do this. That's powerful. Local is the new global, right? Local is the new global, and the thing that Las Vegas has that's powerful is that Las Vegas can command.
Yep.
I want
Cappion's doing that with some local artists that ain't made it big yet, but
now
he's interviewing them.
I want to know the local artists. What has happened? We've been wanting to know Las Vegas hip hop scene. Yoda's my guy. Maybach Music picked him up. Then whatever. But the Raiders are here. Vegas is here.
Yeah.
Vegas has arrived. This radio station, that programming, Cap, we want to connect the Texas connection, the trap music, the drill music, the trap music from ATL, the drill music from Chicago, New York, everything else. You already are West Coast. That whole culture is here. And we may even fuck around on certain days, alternative rock. One of the biggest things under iHeart umbrella is alt radio. Alt radio is saying that I can go from a Nelly song to a rock and roll song, all on the same spectrum. I went from playing Nelly to a Lil Wayne to Taylor Swift to Kate Perry to Mary J. Blige to topics like diabetes, erectile dysfunction, mainstream topics could be also a part of there. I done gave you a couple. We blazing real
Could it be
good.
one where it's just like this one and one like what you're talking about? Because on Radio Jar we could have multiple stations.
Multiple shows.
Yeah, I know, but like those type of shows, could we have them on just a separate station that's like an alt station where people
Okay,
go
so
to
is
look for that?
your radio programming,
Yeah,
so you wanna create, so on your radio station, so the station, you wanna create another station that
Yeah,
has
we can-
programming.
Kind of like
Like,
Sirius
okay.
FM has
Right.
multiple
It's
channels.
Right.
We have a platform like on Facebook. You could have your personal page, and you have a business page, and several business pages. It's like right now we have that platform, and we're just running one station off of it. But we can have other stations on there for rock, for indie, for all that type of stuff that people may be looking for.
So plant the seed that grows a tree. And so let's start with what you currently have, make that a model to then do the other things. I initially thought what you were saying, and I thought you were mixing up the word station and channel to say that on this station, which is 24-hour programming, that you would mix up the whole enchilada right there.
That's what I thought.
That's what that's what I thought. But if you're, that's
So
why
if
I
you're
kept
saying make another one of these with a different name and
Right.
another with a different name, that's gonna take money
Exactly, that's work.
and time.
No, because we can already do that on there. We can have it like 5 of these type of stations on the one that we have now. Like the platform we have now, if we can add another one on there to
So
just
just like Sirius FM.
Right, the
just have
series.
to put the music and the programming in there like I did the other one.
It's like you wanted to have the TV, the health feed, that tech, so this is
Mhm.
like you could start with that.
So it still would be, so it's,
No,
I
I'm just putting it out.
put it out there,
Just
yeah.
asking.
So I would really go with plant the seed that grows a tree. Start with the one thing that you guys do best, refine that, get better at that, be the best at that, sustain that, to then say, now I want to start something else. Right? So by starting this, so in that, so in that, it's to say, this is what we need to define. Defining this to be like, okay, what is this 24-hour programming looks like? Already, I'm saying to you that the 24-hour programming, you are a part of the 24-hour programming. The shows that you talked about that you probably are doing, that's also a part of it. That's now 20 hours left.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so many hours of music,
Right. So now
so
the
many
other-
hours of commercials.
Right.
Right.
So now I'm looking at the other 20 hours of saying, okay, who are such and such, and this is where I said problematic marketing, then there's programmable marketing. So now DJ here, local DJ here, Made in Vegas DJs can do a 30-minute show. There's 19 hours and 30 minutes. You know what I mean? You start to deduct. Her show, she might have another friend, she might have other people, continuation of the diabetes or mental wellness. So it's here that you're going to get the variety for the culture. And really, you know what, let me go back further. Let's do this. Former football legend now gets into the world of podcasting. You understand that. Former football gets into the world of cannabis. Cannabis, not only do I have a dispensary, but I've separated my dispensary because I also am a grower of that. And the extension of that is that I'm going to now have a podcast. So to keep a uniform message here, cannabis is your seed. Cannabis is your seed. How does cannabis relate to high blood pressure? How does cannabis relate to cooking? Cannabis and music. Now we are your cannabis connection. You see what I just did? Cannabis and travel. When you travel, hey, where do you get your cannabis from? Or when you're, again, wellness is such a big play. And so that you're not, we can quickly be Chitlin circuit stereotype, quickly. So I think I just came up with it that you guys could work with this. Cannabis is your seed. All shows should revolve around cannabis. So even what I just said, where you should be a show, cannabis should be at the seed of your show. So the relationship between type 2 diabetes and cannabis, there's a relationship. I believe cannabis helps lower blood pressure. I believe that you can be the proof of that.
Yeah, and I haven't connected those two in my program, so I would
Right.
have to do some research.
Do a little research, but then the point is, cannabis is your brand is promoting healthiness, wellness. As a black man living for your age, I'm about. So there's images of the surfer, the outdoor, the man climbing rocks, and it's all around cannabis. Like, is that cannabis? So this is what they want us to believe. This is an image makeover. Just having the cannabis leaf, this is loud, this is this Chitlin circuit. And for what you've done is more. For the talents that you have, it's more. It's now we're saying, hey, my God, this is a $50 million play I'm talking. You're exceeding what you already do in your sustainable business, and now saying that I'm so dedicated to the cannabis space. This is my, because I consult Burn TV. I actually have the deck with me here. Burn TV is wanted to be a 24-hour cannabis television network, right? And it's still trying to figure that out. Jumpstart because you're here in Vegas. Jumpstart because you're black. Jumpstart because all the rappers will fuck with you.
Mhm.
Every rapper. You're out here like the Farrakhan, or you're out here like Jesse or one of our popular leaders of today, where you just get a pass. Right? Farrakhan's that big guy, but you're in there where they just by default, I'll work with you. I'll do a photo with you. Hey, when I was in Vegas, there's this the black owner. Right, they're already going to market you because he's the black owner.
Aren't you
My
the
name
only
is
black
Prince.
owner?
French Montana will just take a photo with you just because, hey, I showed hood love and I was in Vegas and look at this guy. Little do we know, he's actually marketing you, just like the guy that does the gold grills from Texas and the one in New York, the little Asian boy. He do all the gold grills so people know him. So the point that I'm getting at is this cannabis seeds all the shows. That way you have a unified message.
Frank, I want to do a meditation and marijuana show.
That's it. See, that's
Like,
gotta
people,
happen.
like meditation and all of that is so in right now. Like that whole Zen
I want to say that
thing.
Roz
I
is
gotta
a
cross
part
my
of your,
legs
Roz is
weird
a
way.
face of your brand.
Or I can just lay
She's got today's woman, based on where age, she's somewhere between young
Can
and
you
old.
teach me?
Yep, I'll be.
And she married and happily married and been married a long time and ain't mad at her husband.
Right, and he ain't mad at shit.
Right,
How about
exactly.
that? That's all. We ain't there.
We've
We ain't
been
there.
together 17 years,
That's
and it
good.
is amazing.
So that's,
Like, it
so
really is.
health and wellness, you could do cannabis and relationships.
Yeah.
Right, those are unique things. This is 24-hour program. When y'all get mad, what y'all do? Yeah, we smoke some weed and we'll talk about it this way, or we do this, we'll get, whatever that is, people want to hear that. This is all a part of the wellness.
So many people have asked me to teach like the whole like relationship, communication, those
We need that.
tips,
We
tricks,
definitely need that.
strategies, because women out here crazy.
That's what we said.
Black women crazy. I need
And white
to help
women
make
too, and
them
white women.
uncrazy. Well, I
Right.
don't know about them.
Okay, that's true. Well, I think all of them, but I get you. And so that, I hope, does that make sense what we're
Yeah.
saying? If we package that, I would want to work with you because I know how that could scale. There's a story. What did Nicholas tell me? That already there was part B to the story. You need the part A, and it just needs some certain things. And I'm only going off of what he presented. So when I say, hey, a station that's seated, a podcast, 24-hour podcast network, a radio station network that's seated around cannabis, and from cannabis, these are the different verticals. We just covered 2 now: relationships, meditation, cooking show, sports. I think the sports will be big.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a cash cow times 1,000. Where do you go to get it? You got to get it right here.
Mm-hmm.
And under our get down is your slogan equals the experience. Have you ever had Minute Maid rice?
Mm-hmm.
Minute Maid is not 1 minute and 3 seconds. Right? It's Minute Maid rice. Domino's Pizza said they'll get it to you in under 30 minutes, not 33 minutes, or you get a free pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we want to equal the experience. And so I think the experience of, we want to revisit this. So cannabis connection to the world, cannabis connection to lifestyle, cannabis connection to lifestyle. These are the things that we do in this world. So I think today, while I'm in town at least, we would at least have 10, 12 hours of programming that can be automated. So this job is it could be 12 people that are constantly, so you're one of them, right? Who's always producing her show, and it's going to you, it's already populated, uploaded, video and the audio podcast, boom. Then there's the other, and in there, at work where we go ahead and use the DMS tools to ensure that it's on the iHeart, all the different stations across the board, and that's where you you have those analytics and can match those analytics with the analytics you currently have to be the value to why companies want to onboard. The bigger play that's going to happen is one, you who you are to the community, your legacy, and and then embracing your vision. And people are going to buy into that. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope
That's plenty.
that was
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
This is so nice.
And that don't cost nothing, right? That's free?
That's free. That was actually free.
You got that on tape, right?
I want to, if it's okay, I would like to blaze one since I'm in Vegas and it's been a lot and go to NAB.
You want
Okay.
what?
Smoke.
Blaze.
Oh.
If Frank, if I
I
can
know
get
zero.
your finance.
Yeah, yeah, we'll take care of it.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the gentleman I want you.
Yeah, we gonna give him some Nevada wellness. I'm gonna tell Steve.
I made sure he had one yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to town. Here goes.
You give him 28? You give him
Now I gave it a Prometheus, the 2-piece, the 2.
no, I'm gonna tell Steve.
Yeah.
We gonna give him
What would you recommend for Sarah?
Welcome to town. There you go.
For what?
At a-
Wait,
I don't
you
smoke.
need to tell, thank you.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, we
smoke.
can take this one off. You gonna tell that story?
You record?
Man, the whole thing.
You know, while we here, let's do a recording.
okay.
Because
You want to
Yeah,
do one?
because-
Okay, let me start
so we
this
can.
over.
No. I mean, we'll do, after we come back from NAM, let's schedule one. Like literally schedule one.
Tomorrow you got, what, 4
I'm
o'clock you
game.
got your thing? Or is it 6? What time is
Yeah,
it?
4.
It's 4, so he's an early bird.
After the 4, after that interview, yeah,
Tomorrow?
evening. Yeah, because I have
Anytime.
somebody else that'll be in town,
Okay.
and I think that would be powerful.
All right.
I could knock 2 interviews out with you. The one with you. Did you send me a text?
I will
Because
right
then I'm
now.
gonna come up with the scheme.
Okay.
You already got the rest. I already trust you got the rest. The area where I want to look at right now is currently everything that you have that is being recorded video-wise is on your YouTube. And you send a YouTube link?
Yeah.
Okay. Because what we're going to look at, I'm playing off of the Raiders situation, the NFL situation, Raiders
Yep.
boost you up. The president of the Raiders is, that's the homegirl.
Yeah.
You know, she went to Reno.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
So everything you see on the links is just unscripted.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
This is perfect, man.
She used to work for my lawyer.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, so we sort of helped her get the North Las Vegas
Yeah.
attorney job, and then she went on to AT&T for a minute, and then to the Gaming Control Board. And
Right.
I tell Mark Davis, I don't think she's gonna stay long though.
You think so?
No, I think he's next to sell because he don't get it. He's not a good owner because he don't have no vision, and he letting everybody else guide the ship, and then all he does is say, "Oh yeah, I made that mistake." So when his daddy owned the team, he wasn't around, so he ain't had nothing to do with football because he was out playing, spinning, buzzing and.
Right.
But since he's been here, and I was involved in bringing him here, I don't tell people that. And the stadium was supposed to be downtown,
Right.
which is my beef with him, which I don't tell people either. But then Adelson tried to take the team from him, telling the NFL he wasn't going to, originally he was going to build a stadium where the baseball field is, and then that was going to be great because the black community on one side, the brown community on the other side. When the mayors told me that had been eradicated because people on the strip said, if it don't go here, it don't go nowhere. So she was only one vote, even though the Goodman name. So Mark never said nothing, but when Oscar Goodman, I mean not Oscar Goodman, when the guy from the Venetian,
Yeah.
Not with.
no, the owner
Yeah.
of the Venetian,
Yeah.
tried to take the team, well then I came back and wrote and opposed that because then they wanted to make Mark Davis the bad guy. Worse is what they did to UNLV. They said to UNLV, we are going to give you so many games, but here we don't have a price yet. I said, no. If that was Reno, we'd have the price. It would be for free because y'all play at Thomas and Matt. I mean at Boyd, and they get $300,000 a year. So you mean to tell me y'all gonna pay something and they're using our taxpayer money to build a stadium? I don't think so. But again, I was opposed because they wanted our tax money. And I was like, I'm a taxpayer. I'm against any NFL team, us giving them money. If we gonna give them money, we should share in the profit.
Right.
Oh no! And then they gave them a tax abatement.
Right.
Say, how you gonna give them a tax abatement?
Man.
But that's the NFL. They are the very best at what they do. So I raised all these issues. Of course, you know, the politicians all afraid in the legislature. Senate, what they did is they had them all the speakers laid out. So when they voted, it was a done deal. But the assembly, I was able to get a bunch of them so I could speak, right? So you only get 2 minutes. So we had 5 or 6 people, 2 minutes. Oh, he can have my time. 2 more minutes. He can have my time. Blew their ass up. The assembly didn't even vote for it. So now they panicked. So then they said, okay, we're willing to do all these things. We'll make sure every game can be seen. We'll sign. They had a 5-year contract. I said, we got a 30-year bond. We need to have a 30-year contract. They said, okay, we'll do a 30-year contract. I had a whole list of things. But when I tried to get how much money they make, NFL said 2 things, we'll walk away. We ain't gonna show nobody how much money we make, and we're not gonna report to. If those are 2 requirements, we won't come to Nevada. So they bailed. They just rolled over, which at the end of the day, it's cool. But my beef still with them is that Mark Davis didn't do what he said he's gonna do. When I called them to say, we need to do this deal, and here's why it'll work. The people in the government can't talk to you right now. You gotta call them because that would be tampering. And they would do a federal suit against the city of Las Vegas. So there's a whole lot of background that people don't know, but
No, I just
Mark Davis just is not a good owner. He don't
I know my
understand.
shit. You just saw me what you
Oh,
know.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
That was like, oh shit.
And I know
This
everybody
shit
was there.
Yes. Yes.